Most people over 60 are waiting for something to go wrong. They watch their energy dip, their joints stiffen, and quietly accept it as just the price of getting older. But what if I told you that the simple act of moving your body every single day is quietly doing something remarkable inside you? Something your doctor's annual checkup might not even catch? Today, I want to share 5 profound physical transformations that happen to older adults who stay consistently active. And I think at least one of these is going to completely change the way you think about what your body is still capable of. Let's get into it. Number 1, your cells are getting younger, not older. Here's something that surprises most people. Aging is not just about time passing. It's largely about what happens at the cellular level. And that is something you have genuine influence over. When you exercise regularly, your body activates a deep internal process called autophagy. Think of it as your cells doing their own housekeeping, clearing out damaged components and building fresh, functional ones in their place. Your mitochondria, the tiny power generators inside each cell, actually multiply and become more efficient in response to consistent movement. The result? People who walk daily often report that their skin looks clearer, small cuts heal quicker, and they simply feel more alive on the inside. Not just a little more energetic, but fundamentally renewed. Take someone like George, a 74-year-old retired electrician who started walking 30 minutes each morning after his wife challenged him to join her. He expected sore legs and boredom. What he got instead was something he described as feeling like my body remembered how to work properly. His blood pressure dropped, his sleep deepened, and his doctor told him his inflammatory markers had improved significantly. What George experienced isn't luck. It's biology responding exactly as it's designed to. When you give it the signal it needs, you don't have to run marathons. You don't have to lift heavy weights. Consistent, moderate movement sends a message to every cell in your body. We're still in this. Keep rebuilding. And your body listens. Number 2, your brain is actually growing new connections. One of the most widely believed myths about aging is that cognitive decline is simply inevitable. That at some point, your memory and sharpness just start going downhill, and there's nothing you can do about it. The science tells a very different story. Physical movement directly increases blood flow to a region of the brain called the hippocampus, which governs memory, learning, and spatial awareness. More importantly, regular aerobic exercise triggers the release of a protein called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which scientists have described as fertilizer for the brain. It literally encourages the growth of new neural pathways. This means the brain of an active 70-year-old is genuinely more adaptable and better protected than the brain of a sedentary 50-year-old. Consider someone like Margaret, a 69-year-old retired school librarian who committed to a daily 40-minute walk 3 years ago after worrying that she was becoming more forgetful. What she noticed within months wasn't just that she felt sharper. It was that she started genuinely enjoying mental challenges again. She picked up watercolor painting, began reading books she'd always found too dense, and started tutoring kids in her neighborhood because the mental engagement felt good rather than exhausting. She didn't take a supplement for that. She just kept walking. If you want to protect your mind, the most powerful prescription available is free and available to almost anyone. It's movement, and it's waiting for you tomorrow morning. If you're still with me and finding this useful, drop a 2 in the comments so I know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is a great time. I put out new content regularly, and I'd love for you to be part of this community. Hit that subscribe button and the bell so you never miss a video. Number 3, your metabolism is working like it's decades younger. One of the quieter frustrations of aging is watching your body change in ways that feel completely out of your control. The weight creeps up, the energy drops after meals. Foods that never bothered you before suddenly do. And for a lot of people, it feels like their metabolism has simply given up on them. But here's what's actually happening. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. And muscle is the primary tissue responsible for burning calories and regulating blood sugar. Less muscle means slower metabolism and less efficient glucose processing. That's not inevitable, it's correctable. When you walk regularly, your muscles stay active, your insulin sensitivity stays high, and your body maintains its ability to process nutrients efficiently. Active older adults consistently show lower levels of systemic inflammation, the slow-burning internal fire that's linked to everything from joint pain to heart disease to cognitive decline. Think about a woman like Patricia, 77 years old, who spent most of her adult life as a nurse and always prioritized her patients over herself. After retiring, she started a gentle daily routine, 45 minutes of walking in the morning and 15 minutes of light stretching in the evening. What she noticed wasn't dramatic weight loss. It was something more meaningful. Her energy stabilized, her digestion improved, and she stopped feeling that mid-afternoon heaviness that had followed her for years. Her doctor reduced one of her medications. Her sleep quality improved. And she told me the thing she's most proud of is simply that she feels capable, not like someone waiting to need help, but like someone still fully in charge of her own body. That's what metabolic health looks like from the inside, and it's available to you. Number 4, your emotional life becomes remarkably more stable. We talk a lot about the physical benefits of exercise, but I want to spend a moment on something that doesn't get nearly enough attention: what regular movement does for your emotional health. When you exercise, your brain releases dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins, chemicals that directly regulate mood, reduce anxiety, and create a genuine sense of well-being. But beyond the chemistry, there's something else happening. You're proving to yourself day after day that you are still someone who shows up for themselves. That compounds over time into a quiet but powerful kind of confidence. Older adults who exercise consistently report lower rates of depression, better emotional regulation in difficult situations, and a noticeably improved sense of purpose and optimism. They're not just physically healthier, they're more pleasant to be around, more patient, more present. Man named Thomas, 65 years old, had been struggling with anxiety since his retirement. He felt unmoored, like his identity had disappeared with his career. On the advice of a friend, he started joining a local walking group every Tuesday and Thursday morning. Within a few weeks, he noticed the anxiety wasn't gone, but it had softened. He had something to look forward to, people who knew his name, a routine that was his. He told me, "I didn't expect walking to fix anything, but it changed something I can't quite explain. I just feel more like myself again." That is not a small thing. That is your nervous system recalibrating. That is your brain reminding you that you are still here, still capable, still connected to life. If this is resonating with you, please drop a 4 in the comments below. It genuinely helps me know what content is valuable to you. And if you know someone who needs to hear this today, share this video with them. You never know what a small nudge at the right time can do for someone. Number 5, your body is building a physical foundation that keeps you independent. The statistic that stops most people cold is this: falls are the leading cause of injury-related death among adults over 65. But what most people don't realize is that falling is not just bad luck. It is, in most cases, the result of preventable muscle weakness and balance deterioration. The good news? Both are almost entirely preventable with consistent movement. When you walk daily and incorporate even light resistance or bodyweight exercises, you are constantly reinforcing the neuromuscular pathways that keep you stable, upright, and coordinated. Your bones respond to load-bearing activity by maintaining density. Your postural muscles stay engaged and strong. Your body's proprioception, its internal sense of where it is in space, stays sharp. The difference this makes in everyday life is enormous. Being able to walk upstairs without holding the railing, getting up from a low chair without assistance, navigating uneven ground without fear. These aren't small things. They are the difference between independence and dependency. There's a man I want to tell you about named Harold, 83 years old, who has been doing a simple 25-minute morning walk and a set of basic balance exercises for the past 15 years. His friends his age are, many of them, using walkers or rarely leaving their homes. Harold still gardens, still drives himself to the grocery store, still plays cards with friends on Friday nights. His secret isn't genetics. It's that he never stopped moving, even when it would have been easy to stop. His body is the result of 15 years of consistent signals. I am still using this. Keep it strong. Keep it ready. Your body will respond to those same signals, no matter where you're starting from. Here's what I want you to take away from today. Every time you choose to move, whether it's a walk around the block, a few minutes, in the garden, or a gentle stretch before bed, you are sending a message to every system in your body. You are telling your cells to keep rebuilding. You are telling your brain to stay sharp. You are telling your muscles and bones in balance. I still need you. Don't go anywhere. That is not a small act. That is the most powerful form of self-respect there is. You have already lived through things that require tremendous strength. What you're doing now, staying active, staying curious, choosing health, that's the same strength, just showing up in a different way. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 5 areas matters most to you right now? Are you focused on your brain health, your balance, your energy? Tell me where you are, and let's keep this conversation going. If today's video was valuable to you, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it with someone who needs a little encouragement today. I'll see you in the next one.